Hello and a warm welcome back to the channel of Car Nonsense. Well, actually today's car isn't very nonsensical. It's actually about as sensible as thoroughly wiping a public toilet seat before doing your business. It's the facelifted Kia Sportage. It's been updated for 2026, I should be saying now, I guess. Let's find out if it's still a very sensible, very good family SUV. Look, we're back with Jesus. We're always with Jesus. When this generation of Kia Sportage first came out back in 2022, I was stood here telling you that that car costs from £27,000. Now there's this facelift, time has moved on, inflation has pushed prices up, and the entry-level manual petrol version of this in pure trim level, which is the entry-level one, is just under £31,000. If you want the full hybrid, that's £34,500, and if you want a nice top-spec GT Line S model, just with the petrol engine, that's about £41,000. Now, this is a GT Line S, so top spec with the hybrid powertrain, and it's just under £44,000. With all those numbers, I feel like a bad game show host. But yeah, basically, it's going to be 50-50 on UK buyers, whether they buy the petrol one or the hybrid one. And the plug-in hybrids are coming later in the year, and they will push the price up even more. So it's not cheap. Nothing's cheap. You're not cheap, I hope. The looks for the facelift are quite different. Gone are the old sideways V daytime running lights. You've now got these ones with, in this GT Line S, adaptive LED headlights. It's just LEDs lower down the range. And it just looks, well, still futuristic, but different sort of futuristic, a bit like a Kia EV9 now. Now, if you want the free colour for one of these, it's white. Otherwise, there are blues, reds, greys, and actually quite a nice green as well. This one's on the biggest wheels, 19 inches. The entry level comes on 17s, and there's 18s in the middle. The side profile of the updated Sportage is very take that, because everything changes but you. Nothing's really changed at the side other than the chrome has gone from around here, it's now black, and this has been redesigned down here. It's still 4.54 meters long, so it's still a rival for all of those really popular SUVs like the Tiguan, the Qashqai, the Kuga, the Peugeot 3008, although the U of those is a bit rubbish. But yeah, it's a family SUV. Okay, here's the big area of improvement for the updated Sportage, the interior. So you've now got air vents running horizontally rather than little vertical ones in the old Sportage. You've got the new steering wheel, which we've seen in quite a few Kias, but you've got your drive mode button there and your terrain mode button there. This one's got flappy paddles, which if you're in eco mode, they adjust the brake regeneration from the motor. If you're in sport mode, it actually changes gears. They're dual function. You've got two 12-inch screens there. Now, if you've got a mid-spec GT Line or a lower spec Pure, that's actually a smaller screen there. So you only get the big twin screens in the top spec one now, which is a little bit of a shame. It's got wireless CarPlay though, which is new, and Android Auto. It's got ChatGPT built in as well, and they've removed the shiny piano black plastic down here, so it won't get covered in fingerprints and bogies and things like that, which is a big improvement. Now, GT Line S gets this wireless charger there, and you've always got a couple of USB-Cs if you don't have that. GT Line, that's mid-spec models, please keep up at the back. They get heated seats and a heated steering wheel. This GT Line S adds ventilation as well, and there's the 360 camera controls. Storage, you got a big old space there, reasonable sized glove box, fairly big door bins. They have a little deep recess at the back for a big bottle of Coke. And yeah, that's about it. It is pretty well improved, I have to say. It looks a lot more modern. Oh, one other point. This being the top spec one, you've got an upgraded 8-speaker plus a subwoofer from Carmen Hard-On. Hooray. Now, obviously, the Sportage is pitched fairly and squarely at families who want to put people in the back seats. And look, even though I am not a child, mostly, I am 6'3". That's my driving position, and I've got loads of knee room, which is good because that's rock hard plastic and has got a little hook on it there just to remove skin from your patella should you actually get close to it, but you probably won't. I've got a little storage pouch there. My feet fit nicely under the seats, and I've got loads of headroom even with the panoramic sunroof on this GT Line S model. Now, I should point out that the hybrid sticks the batteries under the back seats, so you get the same boot space near enough whether you get the petrol or the hybrid. And it's really good in here. You've got a nearly flat floor, nice wide middle seat. You've got USB-Cs on the side of the back seats, and you've got a zone of climate control back here. A big-ish door bin. It will take a big bottle, but not loads of other stuff. And you've got some Alcantara stuff back here, which I think is Dynamica, which is recycled, which is very exciting. Got heated back seats in here. The bits around that are all quite scratchy plastic, but I do like the big spade door handles. They remind me a little bit of the control column from a Mark I Spitfire. Oh, I've got an armrest as well. Changes to the new Sportage's backside are about as subtle as a back massage from a Mosquito. You've got some slightly redesigned tail lights in there and some slightly different plasticky bits down there. What has changed though are the towing weights. This is exciting, isn't it? I get to talk about towing weights. If you buy a petrol one of these, it goes up to 1.65 tons on a brake trailer, just over 1.5 tons in this hybrid version. Now I've got 587 litres of boot space in this hybrid version, which is really good for the class. And there's a nice flat load lip there. You get 4 litres more if you just get the petrol version. You've got handles here to fold down the rear seats remotely. Oh, hello, look at that. And under the boot floor, you've got lots of big storage tubs there. It is a really large, nice space with cubbies here, a 12 volt and some hooks at the side. What's not to like about that? Now, because this is a GT Line S, that's electric, that's a top spec feature, as is the 360-degree camera on this one as well. Look, I'm leaning on the car like an old motoring journalist who has probably done some prison time. Or should have done. Right, driving the new Kia Sportage. It's very easy going, it's very straightforward. It rides really quite nicely. It's only around town where you feel some sharp jolts through the cabin. The steering actually in corners weights up nicer than I remember as well, and it just feels almost quite satisfying to drive down a twisty road. Its motorway manners are good. You get a tiny bit of wind noise at 70 miles an hour, but otherwise it's nice and refined. It's easy to see out using the mirrors, they're nice and big. It's just the back corners where you've got some fairly big blind spots. But let's talk about engine choices. Every single version of the Sportage uses a 1.6 litre turbocharged engine. You can either have that on its own in the petrol version with either a manual gearbox or a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. That has 147 horsepower. It will struggle to get 40 mpg, to be honest. I've driven it today and I only really got 35, which is not great, to be honest. And it's not the fastest either, just under 10 seconds to 62. This hybrid as an electric motor, so in total 235 horsepower. You'll get more like 50 mpg out of this. I've been getting 40, but I've been caning it, to be honest. And it's just nice and smooth, and it's just very quiet most of the time. It's only when you properly put your foot down that you hear the engine taking off. And at that point, it's actually quite fast. 0 to 62 is 7.8 seconds. Can't drive for very far in electric power. It's just a full hybrid, not the plug-in hybrid. But it's probably my choice at the moment. Otherwise, yeah, it's a relaxing car to drive. It's not going to set your hair on fire, but it's up there with the most refined and most comfortable in the class. Really quite like it. It just gets out of your way and doesn't annoy you, which is what I personally would like from a family car. I don't want the car to be bonging at me while I've got kids screaming in the back. And it's very easy to turn the speed limit warning bong off by holding the mute button here. So there we go, the Kia Sportage. To drive in a nutshell, it's absolutely fine and quite good in that respect. Nothing about this is gonna get on your wobbly bits. I should say they have tweaked some little bits of this. The suspension geometry has apparently been changed ever so slightly, and the hybrid motor can do some very basic form of torque vectoring coming out of corners to give you more grip on the way in and the way out and to tighten your line, but I can't really feel it working. It just goes around corners as you would expect, to be honest, which is what you want. If you want a sports car, buy a Porsche 911. Okay, my terrible framing does make the Sportage look like one of the Pope's hats, but is it the second coming for family SUV buyers? Well, sort of always has been really, and it's only just got better. It's still a very good all-round accomplished family car. I just wish the petrol engine and the hybrid were slightly more efficient, but they're perfectly pleasant to drive. Actually handles quite nicely and it rides very well, and it's got loads of space and wireless CarPlay, so tick, tick, tick for all the things it needs to do. 7-year warranty, obviously, as well. I think it looks sharper than ever. The prices have gone up, but then what hasn't? It's still really my go-to recommendation if you want one of these mid-size family SUVs. It's absolutely cracking, and it's going to get 9 Tim Roadies out of 10. But anyway, thank you for watching this Jesus Festoon video of car review nonsense. If you have enjoyed it, consider subscribing to this poxy little channel because it entertains me, if nothing else, and keeps me out of the house. Like this video, go down to the comments and leave me the Korean word for I'm not sure Jesus would like that. Goodbye. Oh, I haven't filmed the condoms that are discarded behind the camera either. They're not mine.